And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today we will be resuming the MSQ for a little bit. So to recap, we just wrapped up everything there was to do for MSQ at this point in Kugane, by the sounds of it, and I believe we talked to everyone, but just so we recap. I know Alphino can hold his own in a fight, but he is plainly better suited to more cerebral tasks. Surely I am not alone in thinking that. This one's smaller than the Misery. A lot smaller. A Kojin captain. A fine choice. Only Confederate sailors rival their knowledge and skill. I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you. If you insist. With me, everyone, the Ruby Sea awaits. Map time.
I remember the water. How it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
Ooh. Wonder what that is. Let me know in the comments or in chat if you're watching this live. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that. Hit the notification bells, all of that stuff. Somewhere out there across the water is Yugiri and Gosetsu's homeland. Yeah, that makes sense. Woe betide any enemy foolish enough to attack by sea. Now, if the Garlands were to bring airships, on the other hand... yeah, that would be a little bit different. The Hingans built this island as a bulwark against invasion, and filled it with enough cannons to sink an armada. So I guess that explains the cannons. Okay. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea. Filled with promise and adventure and treasures, many wonderful treasures. Okay, destination. Have I got a new title. Okay, not sure I want to change that. Open water. One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, as Soroban well knows. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. but this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far. To me, Myrokos, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Okay? We get to, this is where swimming is important. Okay then. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gil says I beat you there. Hey, you're supposed to say, like, ready, set, go, not just launch and then leave me to play catch-up. Switching to monk so I don't out-level stuff. Now that not that I've anything against the occasional dip in the ocean, but to dive in on a whim is a bit, Oh, what spirit you two have to delight in this simple joy so readily. Not bad. We'll call it a draw. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. I wonder, laments and pirates have been known to say things like "arr," but surely pirates on the opposite side of the world would use different expressions. Or "arr," perhaps? My clothes have mostly dried, but they're a bit clingy. Still no regrets. Doma's position on the Confederacy could be best described as one of guarded acceptance. They are pirates, aye, but they adhere to a code and are a stabilizing force in the Ruby Sea. This one is Tansui. Come, introduce yourselves. Okay. I fear you have the advantage of me. We're looking to cross the Ruby Sea and would like to pay the Ruby tithe. Ah, most honorable and esteemed Myrokos. I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss? Yep. Boys with boats. Tansui's face betrays nothing as he looks you up and down. Okay. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Thanks, Soroban. Does the sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Tripled? Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I've tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I am not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled, for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go have a look. Never grow tired of watching the lid. Stench now is another matter, so I assume he's talking about this volcano. Okay. Should talk to them. Forgot to do that. Oh wait, I can. Haha, I can cancel that and go talk. Okay. I am not certain this is a wise idea. I've been away for some time, so do you know what this is all about? Okay, been away for some time. That Tansui. That's Tansui over there, isn't it? Where? You see a shark and a sprite. Where is there? Okay. Oh, there. Okay, so Okay, the crab wants a fight. Let's give it to him. There. Now, back to keeping an eye on Tansui. As it gets dark out, this should be easier. One should hope.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
More Kojin with the Garlands.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
Yeah, where is he?
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, Our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
So they really don't care what happens to Doma. I refuse to believe that. Doma is but one of many provinces under Imperial control, filled with people who have had to find ways to cope with a bitter reality. What are we waiting for? Come, Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. In the meantime, I'm just going to go hunting some ether currents. There's one. Oh, how convenient. It was right on the way. I am sure he has his reasons for his odd behavior, and I should like very much to hear them. Trust requires honesty. Very true. Ha, I told you he would not abandon us. Oh good, he's still here. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often are Shellis quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. See, I've got stuff for that. I've got some. And let's get this one. So we can leave for Othard, right? I suppose that shall have to suffice for now. Okay. Let's see. To bend with the wind. Soroban is in high spirits. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Myrokos, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less we are like to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Well, that sounds prudent. Ooh, I see a blue quest. That usually means that there is an ether quest here. In the meantime, oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for... Sorry about that, for a fair price. The price of betrayal. Yusui is looking for an individual who can freely enter the Ruby Price. You! Yes, you! Do you know of the Ruby Price? The fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea, from which the Bakufu soldiers survey the surrounding waters. The other day we found one of their men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship, but no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I am looking to track down this superior of his and have him compensate us. If I try to sail to the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I can even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There is a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend and should be able to identify who our captive superior is. Okay, so need to just do a quick run back. Quick, is that's all there is to it. Just yeah, so that stuff is up here. I haven't gotten there yet. But first, do this ether quest. Here you are. Ah, yes, just the other day, one of the soldiers deserted base. I suspect he is the man Yusui is after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited in our nation. The man, upon learning his subordinate disappeared, feared he would be caught and turned tail and ran. If what you told me is true, then he likely went northwest of here to seek asylum with the Kojin of the Red. I am tempted to go after this man myself. Alas, that would require me receiving the necessary authorization, which could take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. If he resists, feel free to kill him. I'll try. So the Confederacy has the subordinate, but the superior made off as well? Interesting turn of events. I would have to be a fool to agree to go with you. I am so close to the Red Kojin settlement, so close to freedom. And so much for him. If only I had a mount that would allow me to stay on it while swimming. Oh well. But at the same time, you get to sort of enjoy the scenery. Ah, so it seems he forced your hand. Perhaps his death was for the best. I will send word of all that has happened to Yusui, though I am not sure he will be happy to hear it. Ah, you are curious to know how I will inform him. That, my friend, is a secret. Wink. We have been given strict orders to monitor all foreign vessels passing through this area. It is far more taxing than it sounds. In addition to that, we must also contend with the Confederates. Yay. Okay. Well, that's taken care of. Something over here. Must have some stuff up there. Us in terms of that ether current dilemma. Even if we need not fear the Confederacy, there is no telling what manner of Imperial presence we will find waiting for us. We must be careful. What are we standing around for? Did you not hear what Tansui said? The Viceroy must be stopped. Next stop, Othard and Doma. We're coming, Yugiri. You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard. Right, let's go. Let us be off then. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait. Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? He did. Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we would instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it far safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. And yet we're sailing right to the village, presumably? That certainly looked like the village, I'm guessing. At long last, I am returned to my homeland. It would have been silly to try to swim all the way here, at least this time. Still have your bearings? I know it can be difficult when you're on the water. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. Yeah, I like Soroban. Will we meet him again? So we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Gurabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Yep. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansby was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
It is.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane. But we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Dude. Oh, that's...
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire, and we can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
If you go in there starring after her, are we just going to cause a ruckus and get more people killed? As nice as it would be to just do it that quickly, it's not going to be so simple. We gotta wait.
He's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself. As a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive, they will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
now. This is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
You heard him. Let's go. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. So I guess we are going to the tower. Pay no attention to the Mikote swimming in front of your village. She's right. This is not like the Reach. This is worse. They're defenseless. Damn it. Okay. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro. Onokoro. And the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me, I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down. We had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not. No. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Myrokos. What? Okay. Oop, forgot to talk to Alize. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. I had a feeling the Confederacy would be here. So that's the way of it. Yep, that's the way of it. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this belongs to... Oh. Yeah. What was your first guess? There's no mistaking that design. It has to be them. Yep. Confederate consternation. Alize seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. It would seem that we have found a Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they are unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Yeah, they're unlikely to do that indeed. Falcon Porter. Secure that, just in case it's necessary. Not that it really ever is, but you never know. West, maybe up here somewhere. Sorry for the diversion. Hearing the sound of it. Yep, there it is. So the next one is going to be somewhere over there on the Isle of, on that isle, which, let's see, map is Isle of Beko. That's the only major thing southeast, so, okay. Look who I found! This should make things easier. What brings you, what wind, brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me, I will take you to the captain, Brasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me at Revenant's Toe. Okay. There he is then, our illustrious leader. Speak, no need to be shy. It's never this simple, not with pirates, and if they are anything like Carvalane, then may the gods have mercy on us all. Yeah, on second thought, I shouldn't be the one to do this. Why? Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize that this is a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Oh, she's embarrassed. Men who revere manners and traditions can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes, with guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. The captain's word is final. Can't say I didn't warn you. All ties that bind a man must be renounced, without exception. If he is to find a place here... Former lovers and bitter enemies alike must learn to bury their past and work side by side, or else be cast out. No matter how deep a man's hatreds may run, he cannot let them dictate his actions. The good of the Confederacy takes precedence over all. Yep. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Hey Myrokos, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we are of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we'll know how to earn their trust. I don't think I haven't attuned to the ether. I'd better do that now. Oh, it is time. I'm gonna step away and take a break for a moment. If you need to get up and stretch your legs, do so now. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so, arms crate. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Such unusual designs, unlike the standards of most nations and organizations, they have chosen to incorporate a variety of symbols, a testament to their diverse heritage. And it is pretty. It is a beautiful arrangement. Very nice. Okay, where's Lise is there. Huh? They've got plenty to eat by the looks of it. It's mostly the same stuff. I wonder if they trade much with outsiders. Probably not, since Kugane cut off ties. Taking an interest in the ship, eh? Good eye. She's not much to look at, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships and ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Seki Bune, one only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around, if it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Let me guess. If you refuse to pay the Rui tithe, we will strip you of everything you have, including the very clothes off your back. That, I guess, explains something. Moving on. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Okay. Had a good look around? Then we just need to wait for lease. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yatsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Under the right circumstances, they might help us. I think the situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we are not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. You've learned the emote Eastern Bow. Okay. Alright, Kajika, what do you have? The arrows of misfortune. Kajika is nodding sagely in your direction. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I've a job for you, Westerner. If you are courageous as well. On the beach, far to the west, lies the carcass of a gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in gyuki tails, you know? But I did say you would need to be a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. And since we're here, might as well pick up the other ones. The last voyage, Aranami is not a man accustomed to being kept waiting. You there, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. The solace of the sea. Afumi has no patience for seasick pirates. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores. Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo. Below and receive from him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Come at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman, unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. Why does it shift and shudder still? Sack full of victuals to help the would-be pirate keep his insides on the inside. Medicines, give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. I will not soon forget this kindness. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Okay. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but you see no one matching his description. Okay, so just look elsewhere. Not here either. All the places he could be hiding. He's not on the beach back there. Hey, seriously, where is this person? Now I'm back here. So where is he? I stand here. As you cast about for the Confederate recruit, and at last spy a young Ari man lurking behind the rocks to the west. So he's somewhere behind there. Yep. Uh-huh. Who are you? You don't look like a man of the Confederacy. No, but your superior was looking for you. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent, thither, with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. So that's what it was. He was just worried that a friend who died would somehow come back. That the boat with her body on it would just come back to shore. There's a little road. Small little clearing. You have been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyuki corpse. Got your arrows, got your meat. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that must we take solace. And wayward travelers need not rest the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? No, he was paying his respects. What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel, huh? So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 20 and 5 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you, too, will renounce your ties and join us someday. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Oh, now that is a pretty scene. Huh. That is a beautiful sight. You know, sometimes you can just stop and just enjoy the world. I mean, that's they say stones. Okay, Hirase is impressed by your industrious nature. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it, lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly, so happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I've done, what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? No, you're the first. Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, the leader asked us if we were Doma. They're Yotsuyu's catchers, I know it. First Isari and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. So they're deliberately agitating the Confederacy. Yeah. We've been keeping busy. How about... Oh no, you've got that look. What happened now? Ah, there you are, Myrokos. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast calling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I am told. I should like to think that we've proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Because Yotsuyu is trying to provoke the Confederacy. Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yotsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot. We need to speak with Rasho immediately. What is Yotsuyu thinking, kidnapping Confederates? She has to know they won't take this line down. Let's get this over with, shall we?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Kind of.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Do you even need to ask? Ask me again later.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Yes.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Bold claims and even bolder promises. I should be interested to see if you can live up to them. Thank you for placing your faith in me. All that remains is to carry out our promise, ambitious as it is. Under the sea, though Rasho is a man of few words, he has some left to say. So alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isle of Beko. There you will find a cave, the rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait. Where is Lise? We cannot leave without her. I did. More blue quests, so more of the, yes, more of the Ether current quests are available. This is good to know. Myrokos, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Garabanya, I was in Lemsa Lamensa, visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I have always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when this is all over. Myrokos too, and I won't take no for an answer. I'm gonna hold you to that. What about you? What about Ishtala? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright, Ishtala too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Okay, the next part will have to be the Isle of Beko, but I think I'm going to call it quits here for tonight, even though it is only coming up in a couple of hours. My cat has been pestering you, saying, you need to eat dinner, you need to eat dinner, you gotta come upstairs and eat dinner. He's like, okay, I will. But when we come back, I will be dealing with those, yep, Ether Current quest. Never fails to surprise. So, without further ado, make sure you've given a like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, give me a follow and hit the notification bell, and then go down to the socials area and click on the YouTube link to go to YouTube and give me a subscribe over there. And make certain that you hit the bells in both locations so you know when I do put an upload up and when I go live, because it is always better live. With that, I shall see you anon, friends.